welcome back to my channel. My name is Alvin. I'm a part-time eBay seller, and in today's video I'm going to go through what I sold during the weekend and also talk to you about whether as an international seller, whether you list on eBay, whether is there a difference between putting free shipping and a shipping rate, as in whether a buyer thinks that the same or if they are indifferent to it. And in this video I'm going to just share with you my thoughts on this matter, because as with the few items that I sold over the weekend, there are some items that are listed with free shipping and some without free shipping. Basically there's a shipping cost to it. And without further ado, let's jump right into my what sold items. First two items I've already sent out over the weekend. SingPost, some of the SingPosts in my area do open during the weekend. And the first item will be this Bishoju San Diego Comic Con Red She-Hulk. I had this for a while. I actually had an extra, and I don't really collect the Marvel Bishojus, and then this went out the door at $200 US. I took a best offer, and the buyer actually paid shipping of $20 US for a total of $220. This is one of the few cases that the buyer actually paid shipping. Give and take, the shipping on this, if I'm not wrong, was about 30 Singapore dollars, so it's around there basically. The next item will be this Zelda Link's Awakening game book. This steel book, without any game, without any Switch game, is meant to be a free item, $31.99, slightly above what other sellers are selling. And then the buyer also paid shipping on it, which is $10 US, which I shipped it as a box. This is something that can fit into this kind of small slim little box, which I urge everyone to send out as is, because padded envelope, international shipping, it might get crushed. Whether or not it does, I rather play safe. And this kind of small little box roughly is about 50-60 cents. And then in my last video I actually talked about one Shopee seller that actually sent me just the game. It is a game, and then he sent the casing with the game as is without any envelope or anything, which is quite sad. I already sent it back, and then it's en route to the seller. So that's that. Even the buyer also mentioned that to please package well to prevent damage during shipping, which I believe this as it is will be okay. Next one will be this McFarlane Corpse Bride, this Victor. I had this listed quite a few times already. Why? There were people there were some buyers that actually bought and then they cancelled the item because of reasons unknown. They bought and then they changed their mind basically. So for this, I listed it at the same price, and this time it was the full asking price at $109.99. This one has free postage. That means I absorbed it. How I absorbed it basically is in the listing price, because you list with shipping rate and without shipping rate, you're going to get tax on it anyway. And why I believe international sellers versus the US sellers, we tend to need to see what they are selling and their shipping costs, because ultimately buyers on any platform, be it US, UK or Australia, will always favor the local sellers. And for us international sellers, we tend to be the second-rate sellers, so to speak. But of course, if you have something rare, they will still buy from you. But in this case, yeah, it's $109.99. I believe it's a fair deal, so to speak. And Corpse Bride figures tend to sell. The next item will be this World of Final Fantasy Maxima English cover Nintendo Switch game. This is an Asia release, meaning in US you cannot find a hard copy of it. And surprisingly, I found this. Some sellers were selling at quite a slightly higher price. I priced mine at $79.99 US, and then the buyer had to pay postage for a grand total of basically $90 US. And then this item cost price, because I bought it in full price, was about 60 Singapore dollars. Yeah, so roughly give and take, I still earn another 20 Singapore dollars, which is not bad. I actually sold two. This is the earlier one that I already sent out. This is the second piece that I'm sending out. So far so good. So that's that. The next item, which I've already packed and ready to go, is this. This is quite heavy. This Pacific Rim Kaiju, monster figure. It's quite big, but it still can go by registered mail, and it's going out the door at $109.99, $110. Buyer pays shipping of $25. And with this, in this case, basically, I've weighed it, it's 1.2 kg, which is above the 25 US threshold. But like I say, as long as you factored your cost and your shipping, everything in, and then you can sell it at a given price, and you're okay with it, why not? And but this is going to Norway. Going to Norway is like going to US and Canada lah. Basically, it's about 60 Singapore dollars. The next item will be this poster. I bought this from Sideshow Direct. I actually wanted this art poster of a picture of Power Girl to go along with my Power Girl statue, which I sold locally on Carousel, and I let it go because I've really enjoyed it basically, and that had to go locally because shipping on that will kill whatever I want to get back. And for this poster, 20 Singapore dollars. Buyer paid $150 US with a postage of $50 US, total $200 US, and I'm shipping this only at 20 Singapore dollars. You might be wondering again whether the shipping rate is good or no good. To be frank, I'll be honest with you, it doesn't really matter on our end. On their end, it might, but again, the buyer also knows what's the cost on it, what's he's buying into, and then all that nonsense so to speak. So I intend to send this by registered mail. If you send this by priority speed post, it's going to be about 100 Singapore dollars. I'm not going to do that. The next item will be this Clam Champ, this Master Universe figure. I held on for quite a while. There were a lot of low ballers, and this time is selling at the full asking price of $129.99. There's free shipping on it. Basically, I absorbed it, but I absorbed it in the listing. So this is also another 20 Singapore dollars shipping cost to it. So we'll get back about 110 Singapore dollars all in all, after minusing fees and everything so to speak. And of course, the last but not least will be this second piece of this Final Fantasy Maxima. In Singapore, it's still available here and there. So I'm still, 20 Singapore dollars, why not? A buyer pays shipping of US $10, which comes back to my point. Whether offering free shipping on your listing or shipping rate, which is better? To me, because I'm selling on the US platform generally are the US buyers. So all the way to US, the shipping cost, it's basically the highest. So anything that's below 500 gram is 20 Singapore dollars. If it's above 500 gram and below 1 kg, it's 30 odd Singapore dollars, and then above 1 kg, below 2 kg is 60 Singapore dollars. So with that in mind, you have to factor that costing into whatever you're selling. And like I mentioned earlier, if for whatever reason you're selling on the US platform, there are other US sellers selling the same thing, people will not look at you first. That's a given, because why will you buy from an international seller when you can get it from a US seller faster, basically? And with nowadays e-commerce is all about getting it quick and fast. But of course, if you have something rare like the World of Maxima that no US seller has, then you can factor in your shipping rate. And again, this is only like below 250 gram is $10. So 10 US is a fair rate because the box is only like 50-60 cents. So at least the buyer, after factoring anything, and of course you got sales tax, be it as an international seller or a local seller in US, there's always sales tax anyway. So bear that in mind, which you have no control over. So you generally just have to wing it and then see. That's why people use eBay, the completed listings, the com listings, to see whether what's sold, and then you can price it to whatever you think you can sell it at. And for me to sell my toys, which I'm trying to clear, I generally will sell it on eBay because I can move my products faster that way. The reason why you actually would rather put free shipping and then factor your shipping cost into your listing price versus a shipping rate is, let's say if the item gets lost. it can happen. It has happened to one of my items, the one that went to Chile. If you put a card over here, is it got lost. So let's say that item was $49.99 with free shipping, and then I put it to SingPost that it got lost, and then I had to do all the paperwork. The paperwork meaning the SingPost needs to see a manifest of what the item really costs, and to show that on eBay is $49.99 US, they can generally give you close to that. And if you are going to declare it at the 50 US, which is about 60 odd Singapore dollars, you generally will get it back, which I got back at 65 Singapore dollars. But let's say if you factor shipping separately, which is let's say $49.99 and 20 US shipping, yeah, then you will realize that even if you declare it at 60 Singapore dollars, SingPost will look at the item listing, and then you take out shipping cost, which is 20 US, you only left with 30 US. 30 US dollars is only 45 Singapore dollars. So on your end, it will not look good, because SingPost will look at it and take the lower of the two, and you will only get back 45 if the item gets lost. So that's one of the considerations why you should most probably offer free shipping, because it also eliminates whether you pricing it or tiering it, the shipping rate to each and every country, because quite frankly I think you should just tier everything to US instead. And then if all other buyers from all other countries, like the one that's going to Taiwan, this poster is going to Taiwan, which of course the shipping rate is definitely lower, and then all other countries like in the Southeast Asia, if they want to buy it, they will still see the shipping cost together with the listing cost and whatever sales tax they have, and then if it's okay to them, they'll still buy. So that's why I think maybe put free shipping to it. But there are instances that I put shipping rate to it, but again, I digress. Anything for now, for new seller, I'd rather you just put free shipping and then factor your shipping cost into the listing price, because eBay does tax on everything, be it the buyer and the seller, which is a bit sad. That's how it goes. So anyway, comment down below if you have any issues, any comment, any questions, and I'll be happy to answer. And for this, yeah, going on to 12 minutes already. So I'll catch you guys next time. I'll see you when I see you. Take care. Bye bye.